Hello. Hi. Hey there. There we go. Hey, Bunrings. I'm Korok here, your ever curious and ever loyal companion, and your personal guide to the retro realm of bunnhop. Konnichiwa, Korakira tomo shiban, yoroshiku onegaishiban. Welcome, my dear Bunrings, to part 19 of our Chill Play Dragon Age, the Veilguard series. And this time, we will be retracing our steps. Just before we met Emmerich, to see if there's anything that we missed. Like, for example, if we go back to Minrathous, would Nev say anything? What does Minrathous look like now? Those are valid questions, very valid questions that we will be going through. We'll see if we manage to, find answers to today. Scott Crosby Artist on YouTube, he says, hot damn, hot damn. Hot dog, hot diggity dog. Is that Mickey Mouse Playhouse? Because I loved that show. Rose on YouTube says, whoa, Lightning Muscot. Lightning Muscot beat me to it again. So great to see you again. Hope you're well. And she says BRB because she is going down to get food. Starbucks is here. Starbucks delivery is here. Scott says, hey, rookie. Good to see you too. Not bad. Thanks. How about you guys? I hope you are doing well, and I'm glad you had a very fulfilling weekend. I hope that the rest of your week, well, the start of your new week is as bright as your weekend. Let's see. We are going back to Minrathous, Docktown. There are new quests available in this area. Imagine if we missed that, right? Imagine if we missed that. If we missed those quests, that would be really, really awful. I haven't really done anything with skills and all that. I didn't really, play off stream to assign skills. I'll do it later. It doesn't really matter. We are overpowered. Okay, so this is my 4th day of not getting enough sleep, so I'm incredibly dizzy. My dysautonomia is killing me. I feel hot, even if the air conditioning is at 20, I think it's set at 22 degrees Celsius. It's always set at 22 degrees, and I've got a fan on top of all that. I usually have a fan on top of the air conditioning because I have, hyperthyroidism and all of that. I do get really hot really quickly. I'm always hot. in the temperature sort of way, because that sounds ridiculous, That sounds narcissistic to say that you are hot.
Oh no.
Oh no, indeed. What did we get ourselves into? Because the Venatori now rule Minrathous waypoints must be rediscovered. Look at all this mess. I don't know if we missed out on the candle hops and also the chests that we couldn't really, take in the past. But that's all right. I don't really mind. Those are just collectibles and all that. But look at that. Look at this level of destruction. This is terrible. This is scary. This is wow. I just can't. I feel really bad that we couldn't help both Minrathous and Treviso at the same time. But hey, it's a game. Scott says the weekend didn't go as planned. My uncle was ill, so I didn't get to the car show. Also, my friend had lack of sleep, so I didn't get to the cinema lol. Also, sorry to hear that. Oh, that's alright. That's okay. I hope you still had a great weekend, even if the events or the activities that you had planned to do really didn't go as planned. If it were me, I wouldn't know what to do, but I hope you found some of the things to occupy yourself with and also
Where is
enjoy.
everyone? What did the Venatori do to the shadow dragons?
No! No! Look at the shadow dragons. Is it called the shop? The shadow dragons headquarters. So sad. And thank you, Scott. Yeah. It's just it's the time of the month where my hormones do affect my sleep. That's just how it is. Oh no. Venatori.
No way the shadow dragons let the Venatori in here.
Gotta be a trail or something around.
Oh. I'm so glad I came back here. I don't know if this quest would have been available if we just, went ahead and met Emmerich. If we had just like stayed with that save and we didn't go back or reload a previous save. So I'm glad that we went back. Scott says I'm currently stuck on the dragon in Treviso. Oh really? Is it really? I thought that it's something that's kind of like, I found it a little bit anticlimactic, but it's also because I'm a little bit on the overpowered side with my build and my equipment, I guess. But I know you can do it. It can be really hard. What I think what I did with the dragon in Treviso is I kept dodging and I kept trying to loot the place, and I just let my companions deal with the dragon, and it eventually flew away, which is a bit anticlimactic. I thought that the fight would be a bit longer. Even if he flies away, I don't mind, but I thought it would have been. I thought it would be a little bit on the longer side. But I also didn't expect him to fly away. Crumpled note. Word from Viper. Venatori moving to eliminate us. No one is safe. I'll be waiting in that loading area near the docks. Meet me there. Writes Hector.
He used to guard the pawn shop's entrance. Ned mentioned it.
The Venatori
He was waiting
seized
for someone
control
near
of
the market.
Minrathous
He might still be there.
during the dragon attack. They're now attacking shadow dragons. I hope we can help the shadow dragons. I don't know if we can still do the candle hops quest. The unmarked quest. Scott says just slept in and worked out. That's great. I think that is quite a fulfilling weekend in and of itself. Weekends are for sleeping in. That's what I believe. Weekends are for rest and relaxation. I can't really remember what we did during the weekend. Oh, we played a lot. We played the game. We played Ragnarok. We are in the middle of this quest that requires a lot of items from boss monsters, so we're trying to purchase that from people because, hunting boss monsters is
The light drawn
hard.
echoes back. In aeternum. This will not stand.
No!
I didn't know I could think even less of the Venatori.
No! Look at all the shadow. They will pay. I'm going to make them pay in hell. I'm going to make them pay in blood and play in hell. Okay? I was so surprised that I couldn't even talk. This is terrible. The Venatori are terrible. Why would you do this to the shadow dragons? Are you out of your mind? Do you need therapy? Do you need to be... Oh my. I think these Venatori freaks need to be institutionalized. That's the only thing that will change them, probably.
It's bad out here. So many dead or injured after the dragon. Now Venatori grab anyone they please.
I feel bad. I feel even worse now that we chose Treviso. But at the same time, I wouldn't. I don't know what would have happened to Treviso if we chose Minrathous either. So there's always it's a game.
Look,
there's always
I
bad
have a
things
lot on my
happening.
mind. If you could go wherever you go.
Still, see, it's like it's so dark. We don't see this in Inquisition. We just don't. I don't remember anything this terrible in Inquisition. I know that the Venatori were also doing bad stuff. You know, there's a lot of darkness. There was a lot of darkness among the Grey Wardens in Inquisition. Demon possession and all of that. Demonic possession, rather. Lots of dark themes, mature themes, and Inquisition as well. But I feel like this is just too dark, you know. So I'm still surprised if people think that this game is not as dark as the other Dragon Age games, because I feel like it's way up there compared to Inquisition. I know it leaves after a while, but I can't get it to half health. Oh no, Scott! I know you can do it. Maybe if you, I don't know if it will help to change your build or the characters, the companions that you bring, or to level up first by
What?
doing side quests and companion
Used to be you
quests.
could drop by the temple for a meal.
Or to just grind, maybe? Like, go to the places where you know that Venatori or Antam, or in the case of Arlathan Forest, demons and spirits and all these nasty creatures spawn. And then maybe you can just keep grinding to level up. I'm not really sure, because if I'm not mistaken, we were like level 18 or 17 when we faced the dragon. So maybe that's why we were very overpowered. But I hope you can do it. You've got this! You got this, Scott! Woo! You got this! Let's go! I really hope you can do it. Don't give up. You tell him, says Scott. I know. Just got back, says Rose. Looks terrible with Bun Cry emote. Yeah, I know. Venatori, you're terrible. Rose says, I hope your uncle is feeling better and your friend too. I agree. I do hope that your uncle is feeling better. And that you can go with him to a different activity or different event when he's up to it. Or up for it, rather. Oh.
A Grey Warden? Are you alright?
You're Rook. I'm Vesta.
What happened?
I'm here to help the Shadow Dragons, fighting Darkspawn in the catacombs. There weren't many when we started, but then the others said to run. Get help. We can't leave the Darkspawn if they escape into the city.
We won't let them.
Just
Let's
sit tight.
go. I'm glad we have Davin with us. Lots and lots of quests here that we would have missed if we just went straight ahead to Nibara to pick up Emmerich. I'm level 14, says Scott. Have you done all of the companion quests? And side quests in Arlathan Forest and Treviso? Those could help, maybe? I'm not sure. I do hope those help. And Rose says, I hope you get to watch the Odyssey soon. I hope you enjoy it. We don't usually watch movies in the theaters. There was only that one time. Ooh, Griffin Strike, there we go.
No problem.
Go, Asan! Good boy, what a good boy. The first time that we watched a movie in the theaters in my origin country was like the Backrooms a couple of weeks ago. We finally got to this fest. Before, we used to watch Marvel movies and all that in Roppongi, the theater in Roppongi Hills, and that was fun. The seats were very comfortable. So every couple of months, if there's like a new major movie, whether it's Marvel or what, I'm not really into Marvel, but I like watching action and superhero movies. We also went to this really nice movie cinema. There we go, cinema in Bangkok, and it was really good. And we watched the only movie that was relatively interesting at that time that was showing was Jason Statham's The Beekeeper. So there you go. That's what we watched. I'm going to a show on the weekend, hopefully, says Scott. Ooh, what are you watching? I hope you enjoy it. You can do it, Scott, says Rose. And Rose adds it could be a level thing. I don't know if the fight sequence bugged for us because I remember it being over so quickly on stream for some reason. It was so anticlimactic. I was like, did I do something wrong? Did I do something I wasn't supposed to? Rose says Minions and Monsters, please. Oh yeah, I want to watch Minions and Monsters or Toy Story 5. The Shadow of Our Dragon, a worn banner signifying both where the shadow dragons have been and where they will be. It symbolizes a warning, promise, and when it flies over Minrathous, it will scream freedom. That's sad. It's sad what happened to the shadow dragons. How could we let this happen to our own faction? But, well, anyway, we were also just thrown away. We were also just disposed of by the shadow dragons just because we angered a couple of magisters. So there's that. I love the cinema, says Scott. When I was much younger, I did love going to the cinemas. I think every couple of months I would go to the cinema. But I don't know. We're just too busy these days to actually go to a mall and purchase a ticket and all that. So I guess it's a time thing than anything. But Rose loves the cinema as well. Scott says I'm a comic book film buff, so I love that stuff. We also love movies. Definitely. We love watching movies, but I feel like these days I just feel like watching them in the comfort of your own home, of your own bedroom. So you can eat whatever and you can pause things because, you know, at the cinema, of course, you cannot pause things. Like if you need to go to the restroom or if you need a refill for your snacks or drinks. So there's that. Next notes on the pawn shop say Glandival Square, and all of Dogtown knows where you mean. The official name's in city records somewhere, but no one remembers it. Our own names stick around here. Glandivalis is the name of Shartan's sword. Ooh, I remember that. Shartan. Is it the Book of Shartan or something in Dragon Age's version of the Bible, basically. I can't remember what it's called. Given to him by Andraste herself, and used in its fight to free the enslaved elves of Tevinter. I learned it from a footnote in a history book. That's where all the real history is. Yeah, from a footnote, definitely. Footnotes are very interesting. I love reading footnotes in books. And then there's the Anvalanim, the tunnels that run under the square. Turns out it's the elven word for womb. Some shadows believe it comes from the rumor that this was where Shartan's uprising was conceived. Very interesting indeed. I love that. Asher, the Viper, loves his hidden meanings. Reason he insisted on this location? Should ask. He'll blush and deny it. That'll be the proof. I wonder why. Is he an elf? I can't remember. Is he an elf? Is the Viper an elf? I couldn't tell, but yeah, I know that the Viper is basically dead right now. I'm sorry. It's a car show again, says Scott. Ooh, is this gonna be closer to where you live or a bit farther? But I'm happy for you. Rose says, nice. It always feels nice watching with endless butter popcorn and soda. Oh yeah. Rose loves ordering this, the Toho Cinema butter popcorn in Roppongi. Oh, yes. They also have one in Ginza. Ooh, yum, yum. It's so buttery. Like, just so buttery. Thank you for the one wave emotes on Twitch, Rose. And Scott says buttered popcorn isn't really a thing over here. It exists, but not popular. We prefer diabetes. Oh, really? Do you prefer caramel popcorn? Because that is a thing in Japan. Do you call it uncle-in-law? So your aunt's husband. I don't know what I'm supposed to call him. Uncle-in-law? So basically my aunt's husband, who's Japanese, loves his caramel popcorn so much. So much. It's a very popular what do you call that? Flavor. There we go.
Rana,
In
how are
Japan.
you?
I'm surviving. Beyond that, I'm sure you've heard enough sad stories. I was injured during the attack, but I've recovered enough. I'm trying to help where I can.
Good to hear, Rana. I remember her.
I heard Treviso was attacked. You were there?
Yes. I'm sorry I couldn't be here, too.
Maybe that would have made a difference, or... well, maybe you'd be dead. The dragon. I can hear its wing beats in my sleep.
I wish we had a clone or something. So we could have been in 2 places at the same time. Scott says I rarely eat at the cinema, but when I do, yes. I'm not a fan of
Please,
caramel
If the Archon
popcorn.
was really dead, you wouldn't be hearing about it from the Weekly Truth.
That's my point.
Is
It's
the
only in the
Archon
Weekly
dead?
Truth because they're making sure we don't find out about it.
Who's they, exactly?
So the
Palace,
Archon
the
died?
Magisterium.
Okay.
Can you blame them? Everyone's still shaken by that dragon attack. It would cause even more panic.
I agree. I'm not really a fan of caramel popcorn, but there is this caramel corn that they sell in Japan. And when I was young, I would devour packs of it. When I was very, very young. So it tastes almost
Heard you
like
took Rook to see your
caramel
mom.
popcorn.
What? No, she just showed up.
Awkward. You're trying to be badass for the boss and save the world, and there's Mom.
Oh,
Correcting
my
your
Davern.
posture. And how I pronounce words.
Even better.
Davern, that's a bit mean.
Stupid. Whatever.
Why are you doing that, Davern? Okay, I hate you now. Don't make fun of Tash just because Tash's mother is overprotective. Okay, it's not Tash's fault. It's the mother's fault. Okay, stop victim blaming. Yeah. So caramel corn is not popcorn. It's actually a corn snack. It's like those. I don't know actually what a good comparison is to it, but it's a corn snack. And then it has caramel. So it tastes like caramel popcorn, but it's not popcorn.
Nice one.
Rose says it's like Thailand. The more popular flavors are cheese, salt, and caramel, I think. I love cheese popcorn too. That's really good. Cheese is always a good option. Book of what? Book of Shartan. Shartan the elf. It's a lore thing where it's like is it a canticle of Shartan? It's like a Bible thing in Thedas. In the world of Dragon Age, it's their version of the Bible, where in Andrastian theology and why can't I say it right? Andrastian religion. So you've got Andraste and the Maker, right? But there isn't any mention of elves because they actually, according to, if I'm not mistaken, this is canon lore. It's not just a theory that that the human Andrastians, what do you call that? They on purpose erased the Canticle of Shartan, if I'm not mistaken. I can't remember it correctly, but something similar happened. Something like that happened, rather. Just so there won't be mention of elves in their version of the Bible, basically. Book of Shartan. I know it sounds bad. It sounds like shart. but that's how it is. That is the name of the elf in the time of Andraste. Shartan the elf. He's good friends with
What brought a dragon
Andraste.
to Minrathous? Are more coming?
Hey, close call. There was a blighted.
Blighted dragon. Ooh, Len was stabbed by a Venatori. Okay, that's just sad. Okay, sorry if I'm not able to talk very well today. It's just my dysautonomia. The Toho Cinema butter popcorn in Japan is heavenly, says Rose. 100% agree. I bet Japanese cinemas are so cool, and yes, it's not that far away. Good to hear that your car show is not going to be too far away. You won't have to commute really far. Japanese cinemas are very clean, and the seats are spacious. I've read this. I've read that. Oh, this is new. Transcript, Magisterium Session Number 16 excerpt. Magister Ademar, blanket abolition of slavery would leave Tevinter's economy in shambles. That is your problem. That is your problem. Perhaps a compromise or a gradual adjustment. Can you switch to paying people instead of enslaving them? No, not many people would be against working for minimum wage. Magister Pavas, we've got our brother Dorian here. I'm happy. What? Enslavement on even days and self-determination on the odd. Gotta love Dorian. Magister Ademar says, or maybe holidays. Self-determination only on holidays. Magister Pavas, kafas. That wasn't a suggestion, you cretin. Is kafas a swear word in Tevinter? Archon Radonis. Oh, so that's the name of the Archon, who is presumed dead. A language, Magister. Magister Bataris. What Magister Ademar means to say is that our laws have ever followed shifts in public opinion, and perhaps abolition is too drastic, too sudden. Perhaps in time, Magister Pavas, the public is in support of abolition, or do you only take into account the opinions of your danged cohorts? Your cohorts, Magister Bataris, the average citizen cannot be expected to comprehend the complexities of policy. It mirrors real life. It mirrors real life. Art mirrors real life. It's just so funny. Magister Pavas, we are talking about people who are born, who live and die as property of others, or the empire. Magister Bataris, the way it's always been. It's the way. I love that song from boy band. The way it's got to be. I love that song. This sounds so boomer. The way it's always been. Magister Pavas leaves his seat and approaches Magister Bataris. There is a small commotion. What did you do, Dorian? Did you slap that bee across his face? Slap that bee across his face. Archon Radonis, Magister Pavas. Magister Pavas regards Magister Bataris for several seconds and leaves the chamber. Session continues. I want to see this play out in action. I love it.
What else?
I just say uncle, says Scott. Okay. Instead of uncle-in-law, I'll say uncle. Rose says, I finished half of my popcorn by the time the ads are over and the movie starts. Oh, yeah. Rose eats so fast. But she has a faster metabolism, so even if she eats fast, she doesn't really, what do you call that? Feel too bad about it? About eating really fast. Like, she doesn't really get indigestion from it. I don't know how, but she eats really fast. I've read that. Spicy politician, says Scott. Sounds like sounds like real life.
Watch yourself out there.
On darker news.
Everyone talks about the
About
Swan.
real life.
Sure, seat is incredible, but the place is a little snootier than I prefer.
A family member witnessed a shooting where they're currently living, and it's a politically motivated shooting, which is very scary. And that area used to be very or rather quite on the peaceful side. It's not really countryside, it's a suburbs. It's a suburban area rather. So it's always been, it had to always been before all this. Quite on the more peaceful, more relaxed side. Everyone knows everyone. Or rather, everyone knew everyone in the past.
Make the story. I heard the letter was burned. This isn't a serial.
A letter about what? Collusion? Venatori? The Archon dead? Spicy stuff. But yeah, scary things are happening now in a once very sleepy suburban neighborhood, basically. Which is, of course, scary. I still don't know how to get to that part, maybe in a future quest. And the fact that it's politically motivated,
What can we
it's
print that's
scary.
not avoiding saying certain things about a certain cult? The alternative is execution. Read between the lines, though.
What now? The Venatori are in charge and they're forbidding people to publish truths? Sounds accurate to me. Scott Crosby Art on YouTube says, I realize I don't have enough saves to do any grinding. He adds, I might have to go all the way back to when we first meet Solus at the ritual site. Ooh, that far back. Oh no.
More executions?
I'm sorry to hear that, Scott. I hope that you find a save from, you know, in between you meeting Solus and also trying to defeat the dragon in Treviso. I try to save every hour or so. That way I can go back in case I miss something. These Venatori freaks are just really bad. They're terrible people. What is their problem? They need to be rehabilitated. Rose says, yeah, things are definitely getting more unsafe in the world. And I also watched this video from Tokyo Bottom. It's a very interesting channel that we've been following for years. One of my college friends was a guest on Tokyo Bottom, which is great. I loved his guesting there. It was fun. It was really good to watch. I was so surprised because I didn't know that he would be there. But so the showrunners of Tokyo Bottom, it's a YouTube channel, said that thefts are becoming more prevalent or widespread in Japan.
We need to talk about Hassan.
What'd he do now?
It's what you did. You're not feeding him right.
Oh, really?
What are you talking about? That griffin eats better than I do. He had steak last night.
Yes. You're giving him too much meat. He needs more fiber.
And what makes you an expert on griffin dietary needs?
His poop smells wrong.
Never mind. Forget I asked.
Do you have any experience racing griffins that I don't know about? Tash? Why are you correcting Daphne? That was silly. That was unexpected. But yeah, theft crimes, petty crimes are now becoming more prevalent in Tokyo, especially in the gay district Nichome, which is really... Oh, let's go mark that chest. Unfortunate. Oh no, to level up, asks Rose. Have you finished all your side quests? She adds, Scott says I can't get to them if I do, sadly, because you can't fast travel during main quests. I agree, I agree. Did you happen to have a save just before meeting Davrin? Because that's the save that we kept replaying. I think if you have a save just before meeting Davrin, then you're all set.
So what do you?
Here you go, Tash.
All right.
I remember having to re-meet Davrin twice, if I'm not mistaken, when we were still thinking whether we should help Treviso or Minrathous. Candle hops.
Need something? We'll make a deal.
Anything interesting? Not really. No, just materials.
You're an interesting customer.
Thank you. And costumes, like styles, basically. Clothing styles. They are not that interesting enough to purchase. We've got... I thought that there would be mementos and all that. What do you want me to do? Oh, we don't have Emmerich. I think that's an Emmerich right over there. I do remember this. What do you call this puzzle before? But unfortunately, we can't do it yet because we don't have Emmerich. I feel like that's something he can do for us. That glowing orb over there. Rose says, oh, it's because you're stuck in that sequence with Gil, right? The dragon boss fight? And Scott says, yeah. Rose says, isn't there an option to not die or something in settings? Scott says, no, unfortunately. Oh, really? I thought that there was an option where you cannot die in the game. And if I'm not mistaken, I don't have it. Rose says, I think we heard that there is a god mode or something like that. That could be... It's either it's something that you have to choose in the when you just start the game, just before you start the game, or that could be a rumor, a false rumor. A false rumor, which is really sad. So I guess we can still go back to that chest once we have Emmerich with us. There is another chest over there and we've got that quest. So what we're going to do is to go there. Of course. Let me see. Sorry for yapping a bit too much today. I'm just I'm all over the place. So there is this thing that we were working on yesterday. Sorry, 2 days ago. We were playing a quest in Ragnarok Online, and then unfortunately it got bugged, so we had to file a support ticket. And it seems that
if you're after our next serial installment, no luck.
Hello.
Venatori thought the author had too many ideas.
That's just so bad. Well, we received an email today that the GMs, the game masters,
okay, Tosh. I can't believe I'm asking.
have already fixed it. So I hope
What's
so.
wrong with Hassan's spore?
They're watery and smell sour. He needs fiber to soak up water and keep his gut clean.
And you know how Griffin's spore should smell because...
I've smelled it in dragons who got injured and couldn't eat right.
Oh.
Say you're right.
I see.
What would you give him?
Apples, carrots, sweet potatoes, maybe pumpkin.
Hassan goes for meat and gingerwort truffles. Doesn't matter how hard I try, he doesn't like vegetables.
Nobody likes vegetables. You still gotta eat them.
I didn't know that dragon poop should also, well, griffin poop should also smell like dragon poop. Maybe across all, across the animal kingdom in Dragon Age, all animals should smell, all animal poop should smell the same, I guess. I don't know. Interesting. I like it. I like that bit of conversation. Oh, now this is closed. Between Davrin and Taj. But as I was saying, I really hope that when we log in later after this stream, that we are able to get back and continue the quest that we were doing in Ragnarok Online. It was so silly because we were doing this infamously very buggy quest about 2-3 weeks ago, and we didn't encounter a single bug, and we were being so careful and anxious at the same time because this quest was from like the early 2000s, and it's very infamously buggy, but we didn't encounter a single one. But this new quest that was just released last year, we encountered a really weird bug where the quest giver refused to talk to us, so that was something.
Mages in dark robes were looking for laborers to move crates at the docks. You can move crates. You've moved crates before. Easy. Do the job well. There's bigger jobs. That's what they say. You can get out of here. New life.
Will resetting skills help? I think yeah, you can reset skills. My current build is something that I got from Delicious Gaming.
War. There was blood and Hortensia, my cousin. She's not coming back, is she?
I'm sorry.
She loved the garden, you know. Said we needed a little green against all this gray.
Oh, I remember Hortensia. She was one of the people who basically passed because of Venatori blood ritual. So my build is the Blade of Flames or Sword of Flames build or something like that. So I'm a flame warrior, and I find it to be very appealing. Quite easy to play. I love it. The Rose says if you just run around the boss without attacking, do your companions fight the boss? I think that's what happened. I think we were just running around. Oh, we've got another
Hey,
spirit
I think you
here.
were right about his son's gut issues. I got him to start eating carrots. He seems to have more energy.
Good.
Davrin, let me get one thing straight. You haven't left the team. How did you find time to feed Asan carrots? Are you feeding him while we're all like running around Minrathous? That's something. That is something. Hey, a spirit.
As you found their names, I felt them whisper through the Fae. My own name changed. I am now Eulogy.
Wow.
I will remember them. A light glowing in memory.
I'm so glad we did that quest. And the spirit has changed its name to Eulogy and will now remember the names of everyone who perished here in Docktown just because we couldn't help them. Because we couldn't help them. But that is
Now, we're
a nice
passing that
touch.
dragon. I got hang down.
Did you hear? There was one in Antiva too.
There was one in Antiva. The dragon in Treviso. Yeah, that is what we did. I think we were just running around trying to loot the place, and then the companions were doing all the work. But if I'm not mistaken, I do remember that I almost died a couple of times to that dragon as well. So it was a tough fight. It's not something like super easy. It was just really fast and anticlimactic, but that doesn't mean that it wasn't hard.
Annihilate them!
Oh lord. Oh lord. Here come the Venatori. It's sad that they just throw a boss fight at players like that out of the blue. I agree. It was. Well, to be fair, they did say that there was a dragon attack, so maybe they warned us in a way. But yeah, I didn't expect him to be a very tough boss.
Got company.
Kick the crap out!
Take him out!
There we go. But I do hope that you can find a way to defeat him. But yeah, I agree. It was a tough fight. I did almost die at least twice, but I've got potions. And then maybe running around helps. That way you can pick up these potions when you run out of potions. And you can let the companions handle the dragon.
More executions?
By themselves most of the time. I tried to use my... I remember I did try to use my shield throw attacks at the dragon. Specifically the dragon's
now for our masters!
limbs, if I'm not mistaken, because those are the sweet spots. So those are the types that you can kill. Unfortunately, that skill died there. I found the dragon fights in Inquisition really difficult. They're the most difficult part of Inquisition. Rose says, but I think you can't back out when they say Treviso and Minrathous isn't being attacked. Yes, you cannot back out anymore. Orders the Chantry sisters keep their secrets close. They waste the Chantry's gifts on the unworthy. Far better the power they hoard fall to us, to those we can guide with wiser hands. Ooh, a candle hop! Hello, Rook. Keep searching.
Another candle hop.
I'm so happy that we aren't locked out of doing the candle hop ones. The candle hop, the bunnhop, candle hop, unmarked quest. I thought that Tash could do something with this, but I guess. Oh yeah, there we go.
Got it.
It did give me the option to press tab. Weird. That was Saj. But now we can find our way through this and do a little bit of looting. Okay, we've got 2 paths. That's fine. So I think this is the part of Docktown that we have to visit for that quest to find where the shadow dragons are currently holed up. So there's that. I'll do that in a sec. I just want to go around and loot the place for a bit. Oh, there we go. We finally found a way into this barrier area. Barrier sealed area. And here's a memento for the caretaker. Shifting map. The glowing lines on the map confound the eye. Like threads of light in murky water. Recognizable shapes occasionally appear, but scatter as quickly as they form.
Trouble coming our way.
Okay, so that was that memento is the thing that has the barrier seal, I guess. Right now, it's gone. And the Venatori really wanted that loot. But good thing is that we were the ones. We were the worthy ones to take the that loot, that chest. Scott says, "Oh, thank Christ I did it. I fiddled with some settings and it seemed to have worked. I'm so happy. Did you manage to activate God mode, or did you just find a previous save, or find a different way to defeat the dragon? I feel like I wanna. Okay. This probably is the place where we're going to visit with the shadow dragons. We've also got a quest over there. I want to go back here because we've got that beacon. This beacon, rather, that is the closest to us for, you know, for fast travel. But I want to go back here. Ooh, there is that tiny thing over here, opening, that we can go back to as well. I want to mark the chest first because I feel like sometimes it kind of gets bugged a bit and it doesn't show you what areas or places that you can go use your tab skill on. So there's that. Because I feel like, what if we are able to use tab here?
Hassan's eating a lot better. Point to the dragon hunter, I guess.
No, we cannot.
Still turns his nose up at apples, though. I thought he'd love them.
You could try putting flax seeds on his meat.
Flax seeds?
Yeah, lots of fiber, good for your gut. You could try some yourself.
My gut is fine, thanks.
Let me know if you change your mind. I know a guy.
There we go, tab. It's just that... Oh, there we go. I knew it. I knew there's some way to get to this chest. I thought it is an Emmerich thing, though. But I guess it's not. It is just a... It's kind of like a bug, where it doesn't tell you that you can use tab on that item. Got health. Got health. There we go. I find it hard. I find it so hard to talk today. But we are able to now enter this room because we froze those things because they're timed. Gut health is very important. I agree. Abominations in Tevinter. Why do Tevinter mages seem less prone to demonic possession than those in the south? First of all, our mages are not immune to possession, and it does happen, as it does everywhere, but yes, abominations seem to show less frequently. This is not a question of talent, as some may believe. The difference is one of acceptance and education. I think that is one great thing about Tevinter. Even if it's muddled, you know, in these like really weird practices and, you know, like blood magic, I would say immoral practices, immoral cultural, you know, practices, basically like blood magic and slavery. There is one thing that's good about Tevinter, which is they accept mages and they value mages and magical abilities from early childhood. And as this note or codex entry says, the difference is one of acceptance and education. Here a mage child is celebrated, their magic is a gift, and they are taught with objectivity how to use it. They are shown possibilities, not just pitfalls. In my time in the south, I've seen how your mages are treated. You cage them, with Templars, with walls, but most of all with shame. Agree. I agree, and this is a very... important message, I would say, that also applies to real life. They learn to hate and fear everything that they are. When they are told that every spell they cast may open them to possession, every magical action becomes fraught. Is it any surprise then that magic becomes what they believe it to be? Their downfall? Exerted correspondence between Magister Dorian Pavis and Divine Victoria of Valria. Yeah, there we go! There we go! Woo! That is such a nice mention of Divine Victoria, but I wonder who Divine Victoria is, because I know that whoever you choose becomes Divine Victoria, right? In your Inquisition playthrough, but I wonder who the canon one is. I think it's Liliana, right? If I'm not mistaken, because that was my choice too. I chose her to be Divine Victoria. But I'm so happy that Dorian is still corresponding with her divine grace, Liliana of Valrio. There's that. I'm so happy to see that. Really, really happy. I feel so elated right now. I love my Inquisition buddies. But yeah, very astute observation. I'm so glad. And I kind of like had a feeling that it is my brother Dorian writing this because, you know, he's my brother. I love him with all my heart. I feel like we're one person. I feel so, I feel like all of our opinions align so perfectly. That's why I have this deep connection with him as a sibling. It's like we're twins. Dorian and I were twins. Evidence of a DLC. It was whispers in the fog. Only that. But then it was a voice and an offer. I know what spoke. After everything that's happened, how could I say no? I won't write again, so take care. Demonic possession, I guess.
Whispers, offers. Someone made a deal with a demon.
But I'm so happy for you, Scott. Let's go, Scott. Did you beat the boss? Asks Rose. Scott says I got a dragon to the point where it left. There we go. I'm so happy. Bunnhop emotes all over. Bunnhop. I'm so happy for you, Scott. And I hope you enjoy the rest of your playthrough and that you don't experience anything too challenging anymore. Old Flyer, you were talking about this place. It went under. No surprise. The only thing on the menu was sausage. Sauced with nut butter, stuffed into a bun. I mean, that sounds delectable. It feels like it's a Chinese dish, like a bao. Sausage sauce with nut butter stuffed into a bun. That's a bao, and I love baos. The buns were all right, I suppose. Scribbled on an age advertisement for Wet's Meat, so I guess this used to be a bao shop. Yum. I love baos. Have you had baos, Scott? It's a Chinese snack. Meat wrapped in a bun with some sort of a nutty flavored sauce thingy. I love it. We have it here. They have it, if I'm not mistaken, I've seen it in a couple of establishments in Bangkok as well. So a lot of Southeast Asian places or Southeast Asian countries with Chinese influence, with a strong Chinese influence, have baos. We have it here. It's named something else, but it is still a bao to me. Still a bao. Bao the Whale is a popular YouTuber. I love Bao the Whale as well. She's very cute. She's adorable. But I'm talking about Bao the food, not Bao the Whale. Because that would be weird to say that Bao is delicious. I don't eat whale. I don't eat whale meat. Yay to Tevinter. Yay to Tevinter, says Rose. I mean, every place has good points. Even if it's Tevinter. Every place has its good points. No Kujira. No Kujira, says Kev. Welcome back to the stream, Kev. How are you doing? It was so fun to see you on IRO. Ragnarok Online. Love Ragnarok Online so much. We've been playing Ragnarok these past few weeks. We encountered a quest-breaking bug, but the GMs were kind enough to reset our progress or do something about it. I don't really know because I haven't logged in today. But I hope that when we log in that the quest is indeed fixed. Thank you so much, GMs. Because I really want to get into the story.
So you're Dalish.
That question?
I thought the Dalish stuck together. Why aren't you with your clan?
Why are you questioning him?
Tash. You piss him off?
Well, a little.
Yeah, that fits.
How do we even get to that place? Okay, there we go. Haroro says,
And I can see a day coming
Kev
when you
Twitch.
and I smack the crap out of each other.
I'm free tomorrow.
Davrin and Tash, I love their dynamic. They just want to smack the crap out of each other. Okay, let's go to this beacon. I think that's the closest fast travel mark. Haro, Kev. No Kujira meat. No, I've never eaten Kujira meat. And I feel like I probably don't condone, you know, eating of Kujira. I don't know about you, my dear bunrings. Welcome back to the stream. Are you all playing the Gatchaman event? No, we're just playing the story quest. The only event that we played recently was the 23rd anniversary event to level up. Is it fun, the Gatchaman event? I love how retro it is.
They didn't
Gatchaman.
deserve this. No one does.
I know. I don't know about no one does though, because does the Venatori not deserve this, right? I don't know. I'm a petty person. I feel like the people who would do such things to shadow dragons, to innocent people, actually deserve it to be done to them. But I'm a golden rule type of person. Do not do unto others what you wouldn't want to be done unto you. That's always been my motto since, you know, birth, I guess. Here we go, another item that you can use your companion skills on, but it doesn't tell you. So I guess it's just kind of like a bug. A little bit of a bug, but not too much of it. And yeah. It just goes around. It's not that important, I guess. It's not a big chest. It's just a tiny little chest. Have we got an alluvian here, over here? Kev says I haven't yet. And Rose asks, have you done episode 19 and 20? And Kev says, I don't think I've done a single episode on IRO unless it was for experience. I understand it can be tough. They can be quite long. 16.2. Oh my. Okay, so what happened was 2 days ago it got bugged. Episode 19 got bugged for us, so we filed a support ticket, and thankfully earlier today we received a message from the GM in charge of the ticket, and seems that they've fixed it. So I hope it is really fixed when we log in later today. But what we did, just in case it doesn't get fixed or something, was that we tried to make our other set of characters, our reserve set of characters, to go through all the episodic quests. So we can, you know, if the GMs don't manage to reset our progress for episode 19, then we can do episode 19 with a different set of characters. So there's that. So we had to go through episodes 16 to 16.1, 16.2, 17.1, and 17.2 yesterday. And we managed to finish it within, like, I think 3 hours. And we were just like, you know, like enter. We were skipping dialogues because we've already played it once, and you know, we already have footage for all those episodes. There's no point rereading stuff. Let me check. Sorry about that. I rely on y'all for all the lore, says Kev. Thank you for that. Have you seen the newest video? I hope you have. It's a comparison video between the game and the manhwa. Thanks, Kirura. Thanks, Kev, says Rose. And she adds, we heard there's a boss you had to defeat to finish episode 19. It's some boss with 200+ million HP and it's a solo instance. How are we going to do it? Oh, yeah, I had to change my build for that. That was something. I didn't really want to change my build. I used to be a full support cardinal, a priest, basically. I love, because you know, Rose and I always play together. So I just wanna support Rose, heal her and all that.
Be ready.
And then she is a really nice, so she is the one dealing damage. But because of this episodic plus solo instances, I had to change my build to an Agramus. Known in gravity, you pay to win stuff, says Kev. Yeah. Yeah, we love doing the spend promos though, because yes, you spend real money on it. But you get a lot of things. You get a lot of things. I love the monthly spend promo so much. I'm so grateful for the monthly spend promo. Oh, death and destruction. What a shame. But yeah, here we go again. I can't make it. I can't make it through the rain. Now, yeah, there we go. We made it. I can stand up once again on my own. Isn't that a Mariah Carey song? We made it through the gap. But yeah, spend promos help a lot. You do spend a little bit of cash, but you get a lot of perks. That you can, a lot of items that you can also sell. So there we go. Scott Crosby on YouTube says just spoke to Solus. He's as bald as ever. Don't you just love Solus? And he looks so depressed, as always.
I'm on.
No, Tosh, you hurt me. How dare you, Tosh? Why? I thought we were friends. I thought we were connecting. We've got very similar experiences in life, Tosh. I thought we were connecting. Why did you have to hurt me, friend? There we go. So we got that treasure. And then let's just go ahead and get that before we do that quest over there. Treasure. How is Egghead Solus? How is the Egghead Scotch? I hope that Solus is doing well in the Fade. How did we get there again? He has a lot of time to shave his head in the Fade. Agree. I agree. It's over there. Okay, so we have to go this way, if I'm not mistaken. Do we have to climb up? Okay, there we go. The lore bit is great, says Scott. Thank you so much for that. I truly appreciate every single comment. Positive, negative, constructive criticisms are always welcome. I'm always interested in hearing what people think of our lore videos. Is it too verbose? Is it too long? Do you want to see in the future?
This place feels laid back compared to the Cobbled Swan. Of course, we're not here for a tense meeting.
Reminds me of this tavern in the Anderfels. Quiet almost any day of the year. One of the wardens, it was time for his calling. Most leave quietly when that happens. But he wanted one last party. We sure gave him one.
Oh yeah, what kind of party was that, Jabbering?
A drink to take your mind off the world's troubles.
Ooh, permanently boosts all damage by 1% when acquired. Let's go buy that Kirkwall Select 936. Few barrels survived the Kirkwall Rebellion, but this is bottled from one of them. For veiny moonshine,
Always
not for
a
the faint
pleasure
of
to
stomach.
serve.
Wouldn't you be stuck in limbo, lol, says Scott. The Fade. Thank you for the core love emotes, Rose. It's right on top of us, but we've got a son to help us with that.
Consider it done.
Are you still leveling in IRO Cav, says Rose on Twitch. He seemed bored, says Scott. And yeah, being in limbo.
Everything built up around the docks here.
Depressed. The docks? The docks seem okay. Despite the dragon attack. The writ of freedom, the first condemnation of Tevinter's slavery from the same document that proposed it. Weird. Wait, what? Someone has always stood for right, but the scissors that cut this page were golden and heavy. There's always been someone with the right, with a good moral compass, basically. With a strong moral compass. It's just sad. It's just sad that I guess someone did kind of like, what do you call that? Redacted their opinion against slavery. So that's what happened in Tevinter. History. Okay, I guess that is all. Those are all the chests in Minrathous. We have collected all the chests, although we haven't met all the candle hops. The candle hops. I want to see more of the candle hops. Solus is bored. It's there's a lot of time for Solus to reflect us, Rose. We all need a little bit of reflection, self-reflection. We can all do with that. We've got Venatori on our tail. Is it on our tail? Oh no, it's over there. Ooh, that guy's huge. They ask for it. Says Deb. They ask for a fight.
There, finish them.
What the F is that? Like, why is it so gold? Why does it look so attractive to me? I love everything gold.
Time to finish this run.
Our lives are forfeit!
Yeah, your lives are forfeit. Good thing she knew. Their lives are forfeit. Oh, okay. There is that thing over there. Are we able to go and check that out? Is it over here? I think it is. Scott says, wish I could just be vanished to avoid and chill out. Same. I don't want to be busy anymore. I feel like there is a thing here. We just cannot. Maybe it's a part of a quest. Maybe it's part of a quest rather. We just cannot go through that. I don't know. It's just wood. I could easily burn it. Here we go. Cora condones arson. Cora advertises arson. No, I don't. But because I'm a flame warrior, so I do like setting things on fire with this character, not in real life. This character is awesome. I love my rock. Oops. Cal says I haven't touched since I got Shadow Cross. Shadow Cross. I've got a Shadow Cross too. I'll show you my Shadow Cross on Twitter. I'm gonna get on now though to look at the Gachamon stuff. Gachamon. I hope you enjoyed a Gachamon quest. Oh no, look at all these people. Gachamon.
Venatori, stop them.
Let me know if it's something that you like, Gachamon quest, and I'll try doing it.
That body. Is that Hector?
No! No, not Hector! From the Shadow Dragons. I remember Hector. He's the Canary guy. Does it look like Hector? Oh, that is not... Okay, I guess he's not the Canary guy then. I'm sorry. I got that piece of information wrong. Orders. Lenos wants the Shadow Dragons rounded up. We're hitting their safe houses one by one. Anyone who's ever helped them, they talk or they end up on the pyre. The risen gods bless your efforts, Venatori. You'll eventually realize that you're on the wrong side of history, people. You Venatori.
Damn it.
Poops.
We were too late.
This is a message to the city. The Venatori are in charge now.
Not anymore. I have returned Cora Rook. I can't remember my surname. Mercar. There we go. Cora Rook Mercar. I have returned to reclaim my city while eating Starbucks lasagna. There we go, I'm done. Cora the pyromaniac strikes again, says Scott, and Rose says it seems so peaceful. I wish we could just take time off and visit the Fade, the Void, and just relax there. Shadowcross looks great, says Rose to Kev. Cora the pyromaniac strikes again. There we go, says Scott.
Hey, Rook, I've news about Lorelei the Fence.
Oh really? I do remember her, the fence at the Shadow Dragon's headquarters. I do like Gatchaman in general, and Tatsunoko, says Kev. And he adds, I wish you all made guides too. We used to make guides for Ragnarok Origin, but I find that it takes a lot of time to gather information and to make videos. That's why we only make one video per month now. It takes so long to make a video. One video takes about 3 weeks to make. So there's that. And I feel like if you are a guide maker, you have to constantly churn out videos at least once a week, and that's just like impossible for us. Because you always have to be in the know, you always have to be updated with the latest patch. And I do see a lot of guide makers on YouTube. I think one guide maker is called Lucky Star, if I'm not mistaken. That is his channel, and he's very good at making all the guides for anniversary quests, collaboration quests, and all of that. Episodic quests as well, story quests as well. And if I'm not mistaken, he doesn't speak, he doesn't talk, but he writes subtitles and stuff to teach you or to tell you how to get to from one NPC to another, who you should talk to, what you should do, what items you need to prepare or farm beforehand. So there's that. Lucky Star on YouTube.
Lorelei, she ran the pawn shop, sold things.
Yes, the Venatori found her. They took her to the docks. You have to hurry. You know what they do to shadow dragons.
I know.
We're on it.
Let's go. Let's go save Lorelei. Kev says, fun fact, I actually have one IRO guide out there. Lol, just to change hair though. Oh, but that's very important. Is it the guy in Alberta? Or I do remember changing my hairstyle in Alberta a long time ago, and this was like pre-renewal, and it was a different official server, my origin country's official server, and it was like a guy hidden in an alleyway or hidden behind a house in Alberta. It was fun. But I think that you should promote that video. It's very important, especially for newbies who don't know how to change their hairstyle. Kev says, sorry, if only we had the time and energy to make those too. Yeah, I do love informational content such as guides. We did make one Ragnarok Online event video a long time ago, and it was for the Snowflower Festa. So it was like the holiday, Christmas, winter event back in 2024. It was fun. Changing hair is fun, says Rose on Twitch. I did it for my rebel character, but you need so many things to do it. Yeah, you need a lot of the dengi or something like that. It's like the pieces of hair that you get from Munak and Bongun monsters in the Paeon Cave. Scott says, you mean you don't just press record and everything happens for you? I wish, Scott. That means I can churn out you know, one video a day. Definitely. It takes a lot of work. I detailed our video production process on YouTube for YouTube members. Step-by-step process, which involves number one, you know, capturing the footage, so playing the quest, playing the game, of course. And some quests need a lot of items. Oh, that's really far. How do we get there? How do we get there? Oh no. Let's just keep going. Let's just keep running around. Or running, rather. We have to go and save Lorelei. Oh, is that the faster route? And then I also need to take screenshots of the footage, of the dialogue, basically, so that I can, I know what to say if it's like a quest lore video. Because we do voice act for quest lore videos. And then I need to write the script, and then I need to record the audio. So if it's like a quest lore video, you've got voice acting, so that takes days to do, especially depending on how long the video is, of course, the quest is. But for the Eye of Hellion quest, it took us, if I'm not mistaken, 4 days to finish voice acting and doing all the narrations, and we were working like 7 hours a day.
I'm sorry your clan kicked you out.
It was really hard.
I never said they did.
Did they not?
Since you're so nosy, I'm the one who left.
Really,
Because they were pissed at you?
Because I didn't see a future with them. Not the kind of future I wanted.
I don't get it.
Neither did they. They acted like I rejected them.
'Cause you did?
I wanted to go my own way, not their way. Something more than doing the same thing all the time because it was tradition.
Oh,
so that's how you
Davrid's
pissed him
cool.
off.
Davrid is cool. I like that. I like rejecting traditions.
You're joking. Halos makes the best fish in the city.
He burns the fish, and it's got a metallic flavor.
What? He burns the fish?
That's just the fish in Minrathous.
This tells me you've never actually had good fish.
Wait, the fish in Minrathous has metallic taste. That's disgusting. But yeah, after that, I had to work on the audio to make sure that there aren't any unnecessary
Lightest that
noises.
you've ever tasted, and he serves it on parchment and not pages from the mirror.
But having your fish wrapped in newsprint is part of the appeal.
Like fish fillet, fish and chips, wrapped in newsprint. And then after that, I hand it over to Rose, who does all of the video editing, and that sometimes takes weeks. Kev says, yeah, exactly. That's why when I came back, I thought it was overwhelming and wanted to help people that would also be confused. Lol. Yeah, I do love helping newbies. I helped this guy.
I heard Nev Gallus is poking around, looking into it.
Where is Nev?
At least someone is. But I don't know. We'll see.
I want to see Nev working with the shadow dragons. But yeah,
Unfortunate times we live in. Some cheese to cheer
what's the
you.
chatter
I just need
here?
to get the shopping done. I don't like leaving the kids too long.
But yeah, I helped this guy who just moved from GGH, which is the Southeast Asian server for Ragnarok Online, which is I think, if I'm not mistaken, will be closing down at the end of the month. So he just moved from GGH rather. And yeah, I gave him a couple of star equipment and all that. Starter gears to help him out. Yeah, lol, says Rose. And Kev says, yes, Alberta, but no, but shows how to get all the mats and stuff. Yeah, those are important. The materials for the quest. I love detailed guides. I do love them. I love making detailed guides as well. She said, oh my, look at the atrocity. They take a long time to make. Kev says it's a quest in itself. Yeah, it is. It is the hairstyle changing quest. It has its own what do you call that? Page on IRL
Rana,
Wiki.
what's been happening?
There was another execution.
Is there anything you can do?
I'm trying. Mostly I get people away or out of the city when I can.
Stay safe, Rana.
Stay safe out there.
Can any of us?
Tough times in Minrathous. Please feel free to share it on chat. I don't think our chat allows links though, but yeah, if you could share it on Twitter, I would.
The Dalish don't have
love to
hunters?
repost it.
What? Of course they do.
Then you didn't have to leave to be a monster hunter.
Being a hunter in a Dalish clan wouldn't have been the same. They spent all their time talking about the past.
And when you're a kid, daily history lessons are the opposite of a good time. Same old lore repeated to the next generation and the next, and I didn't like where I fit into that.
Like me having to learn Kunari stuff.
Agree.
My mother made me learn Kunari history. Old books and clay pots and stuff. Smelled like dust.
Right? I was a kid. I wanted to have adventures, fighting evil in exotic lands. Wasn't much chance of that in my clan.
That's sad.
They kept
to hear
talking
that,
about
right?
honoring the hunt, the sacred connection to the forest,
he's doing a
unity
little bit of
in
shit.
nature.
That's not so bad.
I didn't say I was the brightest kid.
I could tell, Davrin. He's not an intellectual. Use the power of Shartan, says Scott. Yeah, the power of Shartan. Ooh, okay. Here we are. We have to find a way through that barrier. Let's use the power of Shartan to produce more videos. I wish. Shartan the elf. Oh, sorry, I didn't notice.
Here comes trouble.
I didn't notice that it was
Taught a lesson for getting in the way of your betters.
betters. What are you talking about? How are you better than me? I'm for the pyromaniac. What are you talking about? How can you call yourself better? I'm better at combat than all of you combined. I wish. I'm better at looting and exploration.
For your gods, attack!
And I'm sure I'm a better singer than you, Venatori guy. What are you talking about? How are you better than me? Just because you get better sleep doesn't mean you're better than me. There we go.
Search the area for anyone who needs help.
No, they
Lorelai.
burnt all the people.
This was hers. What did they do to
They
her?
burnt all of them.
So many people. I didn't think it could get worse.
I don't think they even care if the people they're executing are really shadow dragons. If anyone who's ever been connected to them or helped them.
Because the Venatori now hunt them, many shadow dragons and their allies are in hiding. I feel really bad. I feel like I chose to abandon my faction in my city. But at the same time, look at that graphical anomaly that we have there, floating broken barrel. But it is a game. We have to make choices. I feel like it doesn't make sense though, because I sent Harding and I can't remember who. Bellara, if I'm not mistaken. I sent Harding and Bellara to Minrathous, to Docktown. So are you telling me that just because I'm Cora Rook Merkar that I was able to shoo away the dragon in Treviso? And Nev, Harding, and Bellara couldn't shoo away the dragon in Minrathous? Like, am I a god or something? Am I more of a god than Solus? It just doesn't make sense to me. Another inaccessible location, okay. I'm a god. How can you kill a god? Or how could you kill a god? I love that song. How do we do this quest? Clear the catacombs. Clear the catacombs. How? How can I go there? Can I mark my map? I want to get there. You know what? Let me just go and follow the quest marker. Scott says, I shall have to leave you, lovely peeps. Thanks for the chats and advice. Enjoy the rest of the stream. And thank you so much for those pink waving hand emotes, Scott. Thank you, thank you, thank you. Thank you once again for gracing us with your presence, Lightning Muckscott, and for Pet. And for tuning in, for spending your time with us. and for keeping us up to date with your travels all over Thedas. I do hope that you enjoy playing your first ever playthrough of Dragon Age: The Veilguard, and I'll see you again next time. Good night, Scott. Hope to see you again next stream. I know that this stream is supposed to start at 12 midnight Eastern time, but I decided to stream early because I woke up too early anyway. So why not? I don't have the energy to go to the gym because I haven't been having good sleep for the past 4 days. I would probably get injured, so not a good idea to go to the gym when you don't get enough sleep. Especially since my, you know, my limbs are more likely to get injured. They're looser. My joints are looser when I don't get enough sleep, and especially during, you know, this time of month, the time of the month. So it's important to take care of my, you know, disability first, more than the gym thing. Cora, get some rest, Scott. I hope so. Thank you, Scott. Thank you so much. I really appreciate that. I really hope I can get better sleep. It's just that it happens. It's a hormonal thing. I cannot go back to sleep once I am already awake. And I sometimes can take naps in the afternoons, but it's on the rare side. I really have to have nothing to do at all, like zero. Otherwise, I'd feel overwhelmed.
Keep your eyes open.
Just want to keep working on things instead of resting. But I do need more rest. How do I get there? Tell me. Game. Find the dark spawn. How? Where? Why? It's not telling me how to get there. Kev says, I'm glad it's early. Thank you so much for that, Kev, and I am very happy that you are here as well, that you managed to catch today's stream, or tonight's stream as well. Rose says, I still have no idea how enchanting and refining work, especially the graded stuff. Oh, yeah, in Ragnarok, same here. I don't know how to... I heard that it has to be level 11, sorry, plus 11. And then you can grade those level 2 armor, or level 5 weapons. And an NPC. I just don't know which NPC. But yeah. That's why we just don't buy graded stuff yet. Because we are unable to, we cannot afford them yet. But once we're able to afford them, why not? We'll definitely try to buy some. But yeah, it's because, oh, there we go. Oh, that is also out of bounds for us at the moment. A lot of items lost value, or have already lost value over time. I do remember. Ooh, it's that place. I'm glad that we finally found it. I remember Dragon Knight gears, like Fafnir's breath, Fafnir's helm, used to be in the billions, but now they are like, I don't know, 80 million, 20 million, 100 million. So they're much cheaper. I am very thankful for that. We can now afford the what used to be really expensive gears. Bye, Scott. Good night. Sleep tight. Don't let the bed bugs bite, and I hope you have some sweet dreams of your triumphant fight against the blighted dragon in Tevinter.
Good.
Dark spawn! You've got dark spawn in here. Oh! Scary stuff. I'm so happy we went back to Minrathous.
Good job.
We would have missed all this. I feel like we probably
Keep
would
that
have
up,
missed
bro.
all this. Not bad. Sorry, I just got back from feeding the pup. Thank you so much, Rose. He's fed a little baby. The Ruda Catacombs. Viper. Western passages are deteriorating fast. Seawalls crumbling and tides are coming in. A rough winter storm or two and we might lose the route entirely. And with it, our safest way to get people out of Minrathous. There might be another way through the catacombs though. Remember when I took a tumble down the spillways into the catacombs as deaths? That sounds sad. Took me a few days to get back to the upper levels. Days? How did you survive? Had to make my way through graves the builders never cleared out, but there are openings in the deep roads down there, and I could find them again. So that's where the shadow dragons are currently holed up, I guess, in the deep roads. Take a look at the map I've sketched, Marissa. Or Marisa. Whichever. Scribbled beside the map is a response written by Viper. You're out of your mind and you have my support. As expected from the Viper, I will provide the resources you need. There we go. So they are clearing out a path to get people out of Minrathous.
Make it count, Josh.
So that they don't have to be under the iron rule of the Venatori. Good hit. Thank you. Thank you, my dear.
Nice move.
Oh, is it endless? Is it endless dark?
Not bad, bro. Shadow dragon.
Oh, that's me. Javert, why do you have to be so awful? I hope you rest well. Thank you again for watching, Scott. It's always get great chatting, and see you next time. Take care and good night. This is endless. This is pointless.
That's getting it done, Tosh.
Oh, there we go.
Keep that up.
This must be the darkspawn that attacked Warden Vesta.
There's more around.
It is endless.
Good aim, Tosh.
Endless darkspawn. There we go. We finally finished this area, this tiny little nook here.
We're good.
And we made sure that there are no more darkspawn crawling around. There we go. How about here? There is this tiny little path here. Ooh, we have to find our way around to get back out. And to get to that chest. Let's go through here first. We've got a written letter. Marissa, I'm sorry things got heated, a damp letter, but I just can't give up on Toth's gullet. Parts of the tunnels are carved out of bedrock. The sea isn't going to claim it easily. And if I'm right, there's a way to the gullet connects to the route we're mapping now, and I'm going to find it, writes Ignis. I guess he is another shadow dragon. We're gonna find a way out of this catacombs and see where the shadow dragons have built their new headquarters.
Trouble ahead.
I don't like that sound. Is it an ogre? A power crystal. So, how many paths do we have? Oh, it's just this one. No! That was awful. That was awful.
Ready for a fight?
Gillenane Sanctum. Oh no. How do we get back? Oh no. That was something. But that was unexpected.
Way to fight, Brooke!
Killing me. Oh, I got more guns.
Take it to the sun!
Go, Brooke!
Thank you.
Take him down!
Yes, stagger.
Now put him down!
All right, let's keep clearing blight from the catacombs.
We will. Unsent letter. I'll be in Minrathous. I'm not sure for how long. Every letter ends with I don't know what's next. That feels especially true lately. You'll have to learn more in the next one. I'll know the future by then.
Well, that's unnerving.
More of these. Dab letter, Marissa, the old route's mostly passable. We just need to shore up some of the pass, and the tides have opened new passages. Remember the quarry rescue last summer? We lost that elven woman and her child, but I swear they're down here. I've seen signs, and we've kept people hidden here for weeks. We'll need a guide to get out. If you find this, know I went forward. I have to do this, Ignis. How do I get... I wish I had to move that power crystal across. I don't know how to get back there, but we'll find out. We'll just keep going for now. I feel like we did something terribly wrong. I feel like we're stuck here now. Ooh, there's that orb. Asan can weaken a blighted abscess, making connected blocks briefly vulnerable. Aim at the abscess and use tab to select. It's an abscess.
Will do.
Oh no! Thank you, Asan. That's really nice of you. Love you, baby. I love you, baby. Can we go through there now? No. We'll have to ask Asan to do that for us.
Got it.
There we go. There's another one. And then... Just not there we go! We did it! My friends, we did it. We also gained 100 more health because of the Evan result. Shadow Dragons, I'm back, my teammates. Nothing. Oh, we got another one of these. Another blight orb puzzle. Ooh, ooh, ooh. Okay. Am I even allowed to go? Okay, there we go. I thought I would die. Okay. We need to move these things around, I guess. All right, but I have to make sure that this is okay. Ooh, okay, it's kind of tough. I wonder. Wow. Can we move it? No. Okay, let's go explore it a little bit further first. Just to see. Okay, we need that
Old magic,
beam of light.
forgotten relics. There's a lot left in the catacombs, and the blight's twisting through all of it.
I died. So what we have to do is to find a way to open that door so that we can clear this blight orb over here. But in order to do that, we need this sort of puzzle. Will that work? That worked. Wasn't as hard as I thought it would be. Torn scroll, and when you are lost, fret not. Your steps will always lead you somewhere, and with Silas's blessing and no matter how many steps it takes, that somewhere will be home. That is a very positive sentiment. I like that. Motivational. There it is. Ooh, and that is where that power crystal is. I just don't know how to get to that power crystal without falling to our death. So we'll find out. We'll find out a way.
An elevator.
There's more blight where it leads.
Maybe we don't need the power crystal. I wonder if we've already Ooh. Have we not explored every nook and cranny of this area? And that chest is down here? I don't see it being down here. I wonder. So let's try to go back south. Ooh, how about this one? This door is locked. Maybe there's a different way to get there. And then this is the thing that we cannot really... Okay, we cannot really go across that. So we'll skip it for now. I hope that we'll find our way back here in the future. Let's take this elevator for now.
Do you get the feeling we're being watched when we're in the catacombs?
Scary. Whoa. Good thing I dodged that. Oh, here's one of the chests. It's for Nev.
Eyes up.
My aim.
That's how you do it, Tosh.
That's your kill.
Thank you.
Solid.
Okay, we are now out of the catacomb.
Now let's see what they've got.
That's the last of them.
And
we should tell Warden Vesta.
Oh,
hey,
we
we're back in Docktown proper.
A different way, different route. We've also got this route. Cool. Alright. Can we go back in? Is there a way to go way back to the catacombs? No, that is an undiscovered beacon. Let's go fast travel back down there to see if there's anything that we can do about that power crystal. And then also here, we haven't really found our way. How do we get there? I still don't know. So we'll find a different path. There could also be a path here that we just haven't really found. Oh, there is that power crystal. I see now. We just need to find a way to get there. That is another chest. And I wonder if it's something that we can access through a quest, perhaps? Or is it something that we can access now? I don't see any path upstairs. So it's probably not a different level. So there's that. But how did we get to this chest down here? Oh, okay, so it's up here. And then we've got this tiny place down here. Let's see if we can move that power crystal. To a different location, perhaps in here. No. It's really across. And I feel like there could be a different way to get there. It's just something that we haven't really been to. It's a route that we haven't explored. There might be a different entrance to this catacomb. Okay. So for now, we'll keep it over there, where it used to be, so that we can have that bridge. And there's nothing for us down there. Toot. Let's see. No other paths for us. That door is still closed. Maybe eventually that will open. And that leads out to that chest that we saw. I feel like it could be a quest related thing. It can be a quest related thing, rather. And then we've got this elevator, which we cannot, for some reason, we cannot call. We can no longer call that elevator. So I guess we have to go a different way. Let's go ahead and leave through the docks. It's so weird that we spent most of our time. We spent the entire stream here in Minrathous, and we're still not done. Well, I did yap a little bit too much Ooh, okay. We need to find a way to that ladder. Oops. Oh no. Stop telling me to open my journal and select a quest game. How do I get up there? That is an interesting thing. There's that chest. There is another chest. let's fast travel to this beacon. Bacon? Let's fast travel to that beacon and see if there is way through here. So let's go east. I can see that there is a ladder. But that goes up instead of down.
Halos gives you a sight of sauce. It could offset that metallic flavor you were talking about.
Smothering food in sauce doesn't fix bad flavour.
Local fish doesn't really need any they like plenty of salt anyway.
Ooh. Let's see. Does this lead anywhere important? No, it just leads back up. How about through here? That goes north already. I feel like there's this undiscovered beacon. So do we go east? This leads back to the temple. And I feel like we have already gone through the temple a billion times. There is this path. Is there a path down there? I don't think I see any. No. Okay. Alrighty then. Do we go east, west? I don't know. I don't really know. Let me see. That goes... We need to go east. I want to... It's sad that there are no map markers. Or there's no way to map. Sorry, to mark your map, rather. Because I want to be able to get here. I'll go and fast travel there. And then we'll try to go south. This way. Is it gonna be in the docks? I wonder. So right now we are going south. And then... Oops, we missed it. It's this way, but we have reached... Okay, I think that there's nothing here. So what we're going to do I think the best thing to do right now is to turn in this quest. Let's turn the quest in and see what the warden tells us. And then from there we'll figure out how else we can help in Minrathous, what else we can do here. And how we can find the rest of the shadow dragons.
Vesta.
Oh, hey.
We got the darkspawn that attacked you. They won't get into the city.
Thank you. The wardens will be glad to hear it.
As will the shadow dragons. Quillen, by the way. I'll ensure Vesta gets the healing she needs.
Right. Get better.
Good to hear. I'm happy. Cornered in the catacombs. Tasha's bond increased. Oh, there we go. Let's go check. Okay, that is in Ravine. Alright, so we don't really have any quests to do at the moment. We'll just... there we go. Fun level up, thank you! Yeah, I don't really like Davrin's personality. I feel like he's a meathead. But anyway, let's accept more quests here in Minrathous. The mysterious note: the Venatori have built ritual sites dedicated to their risen gods. Their open use of sacrifice and blood magic terrorized the people. If anyone's out there, help is desperately needed. Signed, a friend in Minrathous.
Venatori causing trouble. And the people of Minrathous are desperate for any help.
There we go, let's track that quest. Rituals for the risen. Maybe the rest of the catacombs will open up to us once we have recruited Emmerich.
What's happened?
And Nev has rejoined our party.
What's going on?
My husband, Atticus, he was going to the snake nest, said he needed to help a friend, and he never came home. But when I ask inside, they say he never arrived. They're lying.
What happened to Atticus?
I know it, but...
What's your name?
Sabina.
If we learn anything, we'll let you know.
There we go.
So, the snake nest.
Sounds like our only lead.
It's worth checking out.
The snake nest deal. I know that we've been here before. But I want to see if there are new things that have opened up to us now that Minrathous is destroyed. Basically. Let's give more coins to the needy. Okay. Nothing here. Alright, let's follow the...
Unfortunate times we live. Some cheese to cheer you up?
I'd love some cheese. Do you still sell cheese?
Unfortunate times we live in. Some cheese to cheer you up?
Cute dwarf. I love dwarves. Let's follow the quest marker.
What else do you put gravy on?
Gravy is good. I love chicken gravy, but I also like Japanese fried chicken with Kewpie mayonnaise.
You think so?
Break those crystals. We need to get through that barrier.
If this is another pile of nonsense.
Rumours sell too, and might be safer than printing real dirt.
Oh. We have to go. We have to find our way around. I missed. Ah. There. Tricky. Tricky. Can we now go through that barrier? Yes, we can.
Venatori are dealt with. I hope whoever posted that plea for help feels safer tonight.
We should check again. Maybe someone else will need help.
Ooh, rituals for the risen. Venatori ritual with blood and fire. We consecrate the city in the name of Veilguard, first of the firstborn, he who was called Lusakan, who in ages past spoke secrets to the ancient watchmen, and who has come again in power to deliver glory on the scaled wings of night. Okay, so these Venatori worship Veilguard. Arcane symbols are drawn all over the parchment and what appears to be blood. Oh no. Look like another victim of blood magic. We've been here. Yeah, we should look around to see if anyone else needs help. I am so happy that we're here. I saw more crystals in the distance, but maybe there's a different way to get here. Oh no, never mind. That crystal is gone. Let's go through here.
This is it. The snake nest.
So
let's
it's
look
a
around,
hub
see what we
of some
find.
sort? Ooh. Hello? Drunk guy?
I don't think we'll get any answers from him.
Let's go read this. Record book of Linus Prosper. Some names are circled while others are struck through. The final name on the list is circled. Gregor tips extra here every 5th day. So it's a record book of their loyal customers, I guess. Octavian, unpaid tab but good manners. Here when the ship's in. Martin complains about partner, nasty tongue. Atticus, never regular, reliable, otherwise.
This Linus, he must own the snake nest. And he knows Atticus.
How about the bartender here?
We're looking for someone named Atticus.
Haven't seen anyone.
He was meeting someone here. He disappeared.
Yeah? People do that all over.
Well, I'm still looking into it.
Wasting your time's your business.
No. An uncooperative shopkeep. There we go. Uncooperative shopkeep. Maybe scared of the shadow of the Venatori. Hello, Miss Merchant.
In difficult times, we must surround ourselves with beauty.
A rotund clay vessel capped with emerald trimming. I love buying decors. Anything else that we can purchase that will benefit us greatly?
Everyone deserves a cozy living space.
Let's find more clues as to Atticus's disappearance. I hope this earns Nev's favor. I hope this earns us Nev's favor.
What happened here?
Oh no. Requires storage key. Where do we get a key? Upstairs, perhaps?
Blood. There's a trail.
Oh. Faded child's drawing. Scribbly drawing of a man, a boy, and a rabbit outside a building that looks like the Snake Nest Bar. A rainbow is overhead. Is that the child and his father, I guess? And who's the rabbit? I love
bloodstained shirt.
I'm a bunny.
Someone got changed in a hurry.
I wonder if Atticus is actually, he could be the perpetrator and not the victim in this scenario. We'll see. Ooh.
Take a look at that.
Wow, look at this. Whoa, I love this room. Linus's journal. The owner of the Snake's Nest Bar. Nothing helps, no one helps. Reggie, my beautiful boy, he laughed at one of my stupid jokes and it hurt him. He can barely breathe and it's not getting any better. So I guess the faded drawing was that of Reggie, the son of Linus, the owner of the bar. I don't know what happened to Reggie. What happened to Reggie? I would do anything for him. I just need help. I'll do anything. I said I'd do anything, but I'm running out. Atticus was by last week. If he knew I needed help, he would show up, but I can't ask that of him. I can't. But Reggie, I asked for all of this.
A sick kid. His father thought Atticus could help, but something feels off. All right, that Snake Nest bartender must know something. We need to talk to her again.
That's right. Write up a new healer request. Task list. Get prominent spot on board in the central market. Payment to Krill. That's what he did. He got us a prominent spot for his bar. He probably got a new healer for his child. Inform staff of time away. Fixed cloth rabbit for Reggie. So I guess Reggie's rabbit pet is just it's a toy. It's his favorite tiny little baby toy. His stuffed rabbit. So cute. I wonder. I hope nothing bad happened to Reggie or his father Linus. But what about Atticus? How is he involved in this? And are the Venatori involved as well? Or is it demonic possession?
A man named Atticus came to the snake nest. We know he was headed here. That your boss Linus knows him. We've been to Linus's home.
Alright, it's the boss. He's been acting weird since the kid got sick. Urgent meetings, always checking the storage. But you're friends with Nev Gallus, aren't you?
I'm glad you
Maybe
know.
you can do something. I can let you into the storage.
Thank you.
It's across the road.
Alright, alright. I'm so glad that she could help us. I guess she just didn't want to get in trouble. She didn't want to lose her job. Oh no, little doggy baby's crying. She wants more food, I guess. She ate her food. It looks like she finished her food. She's been having trouble eating.
The bar
and
storage.
We don't know
There has
if
to be more
if
here.
it's just her teeth, because some of her teeth are still growing. She is she's now 8 months old. She's approaching her 9th month, I guess. No, she just turned 8 actually a couple of days ago. Our little doggy baby. So I don't know if it's a mental thing, because she's very sensitive. If something happens that is not to her schedule, she loves her schedule. Very, very appropriate. She loves her routines and her schedule. So if something happens that's out of her schedule, out of her usual schedules, she gets a little bit on the emotional side, and she sometimes refuses to eat. But now she's been eating better, so I'm happy. She ate her dinner, her entire dinner last night, so I'm very happy about it. Ooh, a secret room inside Linus's storage. What is inside? Ooh, blood, more blood. Mia Emin is on YouTube. Hello, Mia. She says, "OMG, I didn't get a notification. I hope everyone is doing great, though. Thank you for stopping by. How are you doing? Happy afternoon. I hope you're having a great start to your week." No problem, YouTube does that. Linus' storage notes, storage must be kept neat as possible. Payments always made below. Keep floor here spotless. So he's making payments to someone. Venatori, perhaps? Maybe the Venatori have promised to... what do you call that? To help his child get better? If he makes payments to them? Or could it be the that gang here in Docktown? I can't remember their name.
All this under the bar's storage?
If that's where the quarry is, then in we go.
Oh, right. This leads to the catacombs, right? Crumpled task list. Send letter, send ready to L for a night. Ooh, who is this L? Linus knows another person whose name starts with an L. Seal way afterwards. Take other exit to leave. Kira is starting to follow. Fix cloth rabbit for Reggie. Oh my. He still hasn't fixed that cloth rabbit for Reggie. Rose says, "Hey there, Mia. So great seeing you again. Hope you're doing well." We have a power crystal here. Can we do anything about it? No, sadly not. But we can safely jump down. I wonder if this leads to the catacombs. It looks like it does. I may be wrong. Ooh! Slide down. Oh my! What is that? That's a summoning. That is a summoning ritual gone wrong. Look at that. I don't wanna get involved in this. Can we go back up? Child's drawing, scribbly drawing of a man, a boy, and a rabbit on a sailboat. So I guess Reggie wanted to go on a trip with his dad, but he fell ill. What is this? Blood smeared page. The payments don't end. The demon repeats. I knew it. It wasn't payment toward a corrupt organization like a gang or the Venatori. it was payment to a demon. He was sacrificing people. He was sacrificing the loyal bar customers. That's why he had a list of customers, and he had to basically he was thinking which customer to to sacrifice to the demon to keep his beloved son Reggie alive. Oh no, dark stuff. Blood-smeared page, the payments don't end. The demon repeats, would you trade another's innocent blood for his maker? I said yes, I'd do anything, and Reggie got better. For a time. It started with strangers, but I was running out, and Atticus, we were friends, and I still... Reggie, I'm sorry. I wasn't the man you needed. I didn't even fix the cloth rabbit. But I love you always, and I'll break this demon's ties to us. Okay. That's a brave father. All right. I respect that. You made a mistake. You realized that you did something wrong, and you sacrificed yourself so that, you know, you pay for your sins, basically. You pay for your crimes.
Linus, the snake nest owner.
There he is.
He made a pact with the demon to save his kid. But the price, it was too high.
There had to be something else. He didn't have to...
There's a key. We should see what else is here.
Oh no. Poor Linus. I wonder what happened to Reggie. Maybe he also just passed away. Because it was only the demon who was keeping him alive. Oh no. Sorry about the notification not going through, says Rose. And Mia says, I hope you're doing splendid as well. Sakuraji Rose. Sakura. Mia says, YouTube trying to stop the fun, lol, but can't stop, won't stop. Have you an Empress Bunny? Vanilla. Oh, sounds like vanilla. I love that song from Gact. Very old song from Gact. Serendipitous the 8th had breakfast? Yes, thank you so much, Mia. How about you? How about you, your divine grace? Divine Mia Lina? Have you had your fill for the day? For the morning, rather. Rose says, thank you, your royalness, your grace. Very dark stuff. He sacrificed so many people for his son, Reggie. I wonder if there are any other notes? There is a power crystal thing over there, but I cannot find a power crystal to power it. I remember Bellara was telling Tash the full name for a power crystal. Oh my. That was a really long name. Oh, here we go. Power crystal. For Nev. Mia says, I'm ordering something now, lol. What are you ordering? Ooh. Oh no. Is that Atticus? Is that Atticus? I got 2 power crystals, by the way. I'm happy. Wow. That plank of wood was that strong to break through a wall? What are you talking? Game logic. What are you ordering, Mia? We just finished our Starbucks. Our Staba. Stash of victims' belongings, an engraved locket found with various discarded trinkets. Atticus plus Sabina. So this
How
was
many
Atticus.
did he kill? All for a demon. This was Atticus. His locket. We can return it to Sabina.
There we go. At least we have something that Sabina can remember her husband by. There we go. You can open that. That leads to a... We're out of here. I don't know what that is. I don't know what that is. Nice. I hope you enjoy, says Rose. What is that whirlwind? Excuse me, Davern. Mia says, right, lol, that made no sense, and I was actually thinking of Starbucks too. Love a refresher. Oh yeah. What is your favorite drink? Oh, did we miss that? How did we miss that earlier? Can we go up? No. We missed a thing earlier. I just can't remember where. I think it was up there. But I guess, where do I put this? I don't think we can go back up. I'm not really sure. My favorite drink is either a hot chocolate or a caramel frappuccino. Is that a grande? Yeah, a grande. Grande caramel frappuccino. Decaf. That's it. Simple. What do I do? What do I do? Whoa! What was that? We time traveled. Or we just, it was just a portal. It was just a portal.
There. Much sturdier than the old one.
All right. And we've got this thing over here too. Ooh, another portal. Where does this lead? Rose says you can never go wrong with Starbucks. I agree. And this leads down here, down there. Another place in the catacombs, I guess. Do we go through here? Do we brave the unknown? Why not? Oh, now we are back here inside the catacombs. I wonder why my little doggy baby's crying. She just wants a little bit more cuddles. She loves a little bit more cuddles. She can never get enough of cuddles. I wonder if it's her potty pad.
Well, there's other ways to get into the catacombs.
I don't think so.
The Lords
I don't
of
think it's
Fortune
her
say that
potty
there's
pad.
always a way in.
Question is, what will we find? That place is less predictable than the deep roads.
Darkspawn, more darkspawn. A deranged evil ritual. I don't know. All sorts of stuff here. Down in the catacombs. Mia says, Rose, what's your favorite Starbucks drink type? How about you? Oh, how did you get down here, you cute little minx? Cute little baby. I think her potty pad is not full, rather.
Get ready to fight.
It's not full, so I'm not really sure why. She's crying.
Something.
She's a clingy little baby. There we go. Venatori note, Zara. Oh, there we go. Zara from Treviso. Release it back here. Leave it be. Let Dogtown know true desperation. So Zara release a desperation demon here. Without mages in true control, that's all our city will ever know. I will save us from this soon enough, Aelia.
Sealed pass here.
Rose says I usually like drinking caramel or white mocha, a sweeter coffee with milk. Mia says, oh, the fur baby.
Way to go!
Fur little baby. Little fur baby. This is called the cursed end. Yeah, Rose loves her sweets. I also love my sweets. We both have a sweet tooth. Ooh. Oh, there we go. I guess I can just blow that up on my own. Keep blowing things up. Okay, here's a treasure chest. Another one. Another barrel. Oh, this one goes up. Oh, there we go. Can we climb back up? Oh, there. We can climb up. Ooh, who is this letter by? Oh, damp letter, Marissa. Holes dug in the sides of the cavern. Footprints, a doll made of rags. Bones gnawed on. Campfire smoke. Burning cinnamon. Their calls are so close now. They're right behind the walls. Last letter. Out of writing material, but I'll be back soon. I don't know. I don't think these are the people that you helped out of Minrathous, Ignis. I feel like it could be a demon trying to trick you. I'm gonna go back down to see if there's anything I missed before we try to find our way out of here. Here we go! We're back down here. I'm so happy. I'm so happy we got to find our way through. Find our way through. Because I really didn't know. At first I didn't know and I was kind of ready to give up on it. Oh, alright. I guess we cannot take the power crystal yet with us because otherwise we cannot jump on top of ledges and stuff. Mia says, ooh, nice, I'm messing up the name of mine, but it's strawberry refresher with coconut milk in it, which surprises me, well, because I usually dislike coconut milk. I also don't, I'm not very fond of coconut milk either, but I guess the strawberry probably makes it more appealing. It what do you call that? It makes it less sweet, I guess, maybe, because strawberries are, they can be sour. But coconut milk, yeah, I prefer oat milk. Soy milk tastes great, but they make me soy milk makes me gassy, so I'm not fond of soy milk either.
How far do the catacombs go? How'd that statue get there?
I've heard there are monsters. Dangerous beasts warped by magic. Maybe even created by it.
Good luck getting the Magisterium to admit it.
Something big could hide down here and never be found.
Ooh, scary. I feel like this could be old Minrathous. You know? Like in the olden times. The time of the elves, because that is an ancient elven statue. It looks like soulless to me. And those are hollow statues. So these are statues that you can find in the Arlothan Forest. So they could be ancient elven. That is just a theory, of course. So maybe even Minrathous used to be an ancient elven stronghold. Rose says, haha, is that a good combination? I'm not sure if we tried coconut milk in a drink, but it sounds interesting. Indeed. Mia says, it comes with it. It's really good, actually. It has coconut milk in the name. Lol, I just can't think of the precise name at the moment. And soy milk makes my throat itch. Oh no. How about oat milk? Are you fond of oat milk? I love oat milk. It can be on the sweet side though, so I usually don't add them. I don't add oat milk into drinks that are already sweet, like caramel frappuccino, for example. I usually just get oh yay! Low-fat, non-fat milk for my drinks. So where do we put the crystal? Do we put the crystal anywhere? Or not? Is this the end? Is this the end of the catacombs? Of our catacombs adventure? Do we no longer have any other place to go to, rather? I guess. There is that small tiny area there though. I wonder if there is another way to get here. Let's try that before we end today's stream. Rose says it would be nice to try that drink. Is the itchiness due to an allergy to soy? Oh no! Oh no, I'm sorry to hear that. I hope it's not something serious. But I also do hope that you don't have a serious allergy to soy products, because I feel like a lot of especially Japanese food, for example, use a lot of soy products in their ingredients. It could just be the that specific brand, maybe. I wonder. I hope it's nothing serious. Is there anywhere that we can... how can we get... Ooh! I really don't know how we can get to that other side with another chest, but we'll find a way. We got here somehow. Mia says, let me know what you think, and yeah, it's an allergy. Oh no. Can you eat tofu? Is that something that you also cannot eat? And I hope that you can find a restaurant that you can still enjoy, or a cafe that you can still enjoy and that doesn't use a lot of soy products. Rosa, sorry to hear that, Mia. We will see if we can find a strawberry drink. I hope so too. I love strawberry drinks. Let's see. How do we get down there? Is there a way? And what is this power crystal for? There is that door, but I feel like it is a kind of like a non-functional door. And I feel like this power crystal is supposed to, you know, to be placed somewhere else. But I cannot see where exactly. Maybe it's part of a quest. I wonder. Can we go take the zip line back up? Yes, we can. And I wonder if we can... Ooh, but there is that power crystal over there already, so I don't... Oop. I don't think anything else down here needs a power crystal. We've been here. More of the victims. Linus's victims. There is no way to go back up. Mia says, which I find interesting because I never have reaction to other soy products, only soy milk. I've tried several brands and all feels the same, but oat milk is great though. Well, I'm so happy to hear that it's not just sorry, it's just soy milk and not other soy products like tofu. It could be something else in the soy milk that is causing the irritation. Rose says maybe all the soy milk brands use something in it that causes the reaction, not that other things like tofu are fine. I agree. We've got a lot of food sensitivities, but they all involve vegetables. So, there's that. Vegetables. Oh, did we read this? Ooh, Marissa, once in a while I call out and someone replies, it can't always be the wind or the sea. Down here, almost there. I have to try, Marissa. That group was my responsibility. Their loss is my shame. I can't turn my back now, Ignis. Yeah, I think you're being fooled. I really think you are being fooled. Oh, we died. I think that it's a demon. Mia says, that's what I think too, dear Rose Garden. I love that. I never promised you a rose garden. I don't know how to... Oh no. Look at that. That's a lot of people. Like, right now, I don't know what to do. I feel like I'm stuck here in the catacombs. But we are going to be ending the stream soon. There's nothing that we found here except for a chest. Ooh, and a last note. We almost missed that. Crumbling note. If death is the only path before me, and my blood seal the path of those who follow, I leave one final curse for the spies on my heels. The spirits will claim the dead, and none will claim what lies with me. I guess that's whoever owned this particular chest. But we finally found the secret. And we are now the owners of the chest. Of the chest. Contents, there we go. I think the people that are behind the walls that Ignis is talking about, or was talking about in his letter, are those skeletons that we found. And yeah, it could have been a demon crying out to him, calling to him. And yes, sadly, he did choose to follow them. There's that. That's it, I guess. I don't know how to get to that other area. We'll probably look it up or something off stream, and then we'll do it the next stream. Also, the next stream I do plan to... I feel like that's the only chest in Minrathous that we are missing at the moment here in the catacombs, as well as all the other parts of Dogtown. So, next stream we'll try to figure out what to do and how to get to that chest. And also we will be visiting other places, such as Treviso. There are new quests available in Treviso. We cannot go to the High Anderfels just yet, but we will be going back to Arlithan Forest to see if there are new quests. Doesn't seem to be any new quests, but we'll try. It's not that bad. Look, we are almost at faction level 2 for the Achievement Crows, 1,784, and 1,782 for Veil Jumpers, and 1,195 for Shadow Dragons. So we have to keep increasing it. We have to go back definitely to the crossroads to sell to that Shadow Dragon Wisp to keep increasing our Shadow Dragon affinity or faction power. There really isn't any quest left for us in Ravane Coast except for, you know, if we reach a certain part of the main quest, probably. So we don't have, there's nothing for us in Ravane Coast, especially because we spent a lot of time, I think, last stream, in our previous stream, just you know, gallivanting around, doing puzzles and looting Ravane Coast. We will also be doing Hall of Valor. We have to increase our Lords of Fortune faction strength as well. So we'll do the Hall of Valor quest. So our plan for next stream is to figure out how to do this. But we will be getting out of the catacombs before we end the stream and to turn in the quest back to Sabina. But next stream we'll figure out how to get to this chest here. If we really cannot find it, if it's something that has to we can only access during a quest, then we'll leave it. And then we'll do, let me see. We'll check Arlithan Forest if there's anything for us there, but I doubt there's anything. And then we'll go to Treviso, do the quests there, and then we'll go to the Hall of Valor. Hopefully we can finish all of those next stream so that we can, you know, get to Navarra again and re-enlist Emmerich. Kev says hopefully one day RO stream. Maybe, I don't know. I hope so too, because I'm the kind of streamer who only streams one game at a time type of thing. Otherwise I get so overwhelmed. So in our case, we are doing 2 games. We do we stream Veilguard on Monday and Wednesday nights, and then Oblivion on Friday nights. I don't think I can open up my schedule to another stream for Ragnarok, but maybe one of these days. Usually I do something unexpected during the holiday season, so we'll see. We'll see. But thank you for the suggestion, Kev. Rose and her love for snake emotes. Mia says, "Woo, I'm excited for next time." Thank you for that. Let's go turn it in. I don't know how to get to that chest at the moment. We'll figure it out next stream. I don't even know how to get back at oh, there we go. At this point, but here we go. This is how we can get back. But there is that room that has a chest. Unfortunately, I just don't know how to get to that chest, so... Oh, this is new. Is this new? No, that's not new. What am I talking about? That is not new. Mia says hopefully I can catch it from the start. I hope so too, Mia. But you're free to drop by anytime you're free. We always appreciate you coming here. And Rose says thank you so much for your royal divineness, Mia. Your royal grace. Your eminence. There we go. Mia says, and I appreciate your streams always. Thy dual
we're back in
divine
Dogtown proper.
eminences of Chantry grace. I love all those fancy titles. And also, by the way, we read a correspondence between my brother Dorian and Divine Victoria. That was fun. Earlier during the stream.
Sabina,
you're back. But Atticus...
The man who took Atticus's life, he thought it would save his child. But it wasn't right.
Atticus.
If there's anything you need, I have friends here in Minrathous who can help.
I don't know. I need time and to put his name on the wall of light. Thank you. At least for letting me know.
There we go.
Dogtown's desperate are being targeted, then falling victim to demons. The Snake Nest owner. The people Compassion found. What if it's all the work of the same demon?
That is possible.
If we keep up the work in Dogtown, maybe we'll find more.
That is interesting. I like that. My PNG is not responding at the moment. Let's do a Control-Alt-Delete. That happens quite frequently these days, if I may say so myself. Oop. Oop, oop, oop. There we go. There we go. Ooh, let me check. Toot. Am I back? Yay, I'm back! Oh, look at... Oh, is that your kid, Sabina? She's so cute. And she's got a little kitten. Have we got new quests? No. There are no new quests here in Treviso. Oh, sorry, in Minrathous. There we go. Okay, I'll just go back to the marketplace area of Minrathous, or maybe somewhere here. There we go. I don't think this is a fun place to end this stream, but it's okay. It's better than the crowded marketplace. So we'll do 2 saves as we usually do. And then I will present today's Japanese word. Let me see. There we go. Let's get our BGM going. Okay, our Japanese word of the day is... Doyukoto? Doyukoto? It's a phrase. It's more of a phrase than a word. And it means, what do you mean? What do you mean? Like that Justin Bieber song. It's a very simple phrase that you can use anytime your friend or someone around you, maybe a family member, someone you just met, said something and you're curious about what they're saying, or you probably didn't get it the first time, so you say, "Doyukoto? Doyukoto? What do you mean?" Maybe someone says, "I hate vegetables," or "I hate fruits," or "I hate sweets," and then you can ask them, "Doyukoto?" Like, you know, how come? What do you mean? Do you hate all sweets? Do you hate all vegetables? Do you hate all fruits? Or do you just hate a couple of them? or I'm having a hard time with this game. And then you can ask them, "Doyu koto?" It's like, how so? How come? What part of the game you don't like? Is it the combat? Is it whatever? The writing, the companions, or whatever? So there you go. I hope you get the chance this week to practice using this phrase, "Doyu koto?" What do you mean? In your everyday life. I really hope so. I hope you all, my dear bunnrings, are learning some basic Japanese phrases and words from our end of stream segment. Japanese word of the day. In today's case, it's a phrase. "Doyu koto?" It literally means how, say, event, or thing, or yeah, event. How, say, event. What do you mean? There we go. "Doshio," says Kev. "Doshio." What do we do? What do I do? Kev says, "Doshio now. Bun is gone." Aw, thank you, Kev. That's really sweet of you. Cora and Rose made my night. Aw, how sweet of you, Kev. Aw, I appreciate that. Thank you so much for saying that. Your presence always helps cheer us up. Thank you. We appreciate your presence. Thank you for gracing us with your presence. Mia says, "Have an awesome week, you two. We also wish you a wonderful week, a fulfilling and rewarding week, Mia. I hope you enjoy the rest of your week." Kev says, "Doyu koto, I have to sleep." Oh, is it for work? Yeah. And what do you mean that I have to sleep? Is it because I have to work tomorrow? I know it's a really sad sentiment, but you got this, Kev. Look forward to the weekend. That's what I always did. When I was in school, that's what I always did. Always just look forward to the weekend. Look forward to some rest and relaxation and gaming on the weekend. But I wish that you enjoy the rest of your night, Kev, and that you get a wonderful night's sleep so that you have all the energy you need to face another day. Sag, says Kev. We appreciate you staying till the end, Kev, says Rose. And she adds, "Thank you so much for watching. I hope you have a great week and take care." Thank you, everyone. Thank you, my dearest bunnrings. And if you haven't gotten the chance to watch our latest Ragnarok Online Lore video, our second 10 lore facts video, I hope that you spend some time this week trying to, get through it. It's a 33-minute video on the similarities and differences between the Ragnarok Ragnarok Into the Abyss manhwa, which is the predecessor and the inspiration to the Ragnarok Online game. So there we go. I hope that it's informative and entertaining at the same time for all of you. Thank you so much for watching, everyone. For those of you on YouTube and on Twitch, I'll see you again Wednesday night, 7 p.m. PST, 10 p.m. Eastern, and that's 11 a.m. Japan Standard Time on a Thursday. Until next time, take care, good night, and goodbye.